my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're here for the first time, honey child, you're welcome to the honey child family. Ooh, the honey child family. Welcome guys, please consider joining the family by hitting that subscribe button and turn on that post notification bell, because you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out on this amazing, scrumptious content that we are going to be creating on this channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you guys so much, because you know the drill. You're the reason why we keep on pushing, because we keep on motivating each other, you see. So like you guys already saw by the title of this video, we're going to be talking about, is it worth it coming or moving to China in 2023, or in the future, yeah, let's just say in the future. So as you may know, there is a lot of noises that are going around here. A lot of noises that are going around here in China, and we're going to be discussing that in a little bit. But before we get into today's video, I also want to put out a disclaimer. The sole purpose of this video is for cultural exchanges. Everything that I'm going to say or I have said on this channel is based on solely my experiences, and experiences can be different. What worked for me cannot work for another person, and yeah, that's that in J. So let's be polite. It's just cultural exchange, like I just mentioned. Anyway, also another thing that I want to address before we head into this video is the vlogmas. This year I wanted to do the vlogmas, like really do the vlogmas, but then because of COVID hit, I'm always indoors, and we just switched back to this sit downs, and every day probably at 8 in the evening or at 9, we're going to be doing YouTube lives. So we get to discuss, instead of doing vlogmas on this thing, I go online, we chat, then we do a video. And yeah, that's going to be this vlogmas. We're going to just spend the evening with me every day at 8 or 9. I will be online. So because today this video will go up on the 1st of December, this is day 1 of the vlog, and this is the topic that I had already planned on discussing. Is it worth coming to China or moving to China in the future or in 2023? So without wasting much of your time, honey, let's get right into today's video.
Your body drive me crazy. Your body need a license fit. Your body are too tight and neat. Anybody who got eyes can see. She just wanna dance and tease. She just wanna dance and tease.
Hey my loves, this is a video just showing clips of the current situation here in Changchun, northeast of China, a city in Jilin, the capital of Jilin province. Currently we are now 4 days in a lockdown. There were so many cases that were found, about 700 as of present, but the past days it has decreased. Like today is the 30th of November and they've decreased to 222, yeah, which is better. But then I'm just showing you guys how empty it is in the roads. Like every time there is a lockdown, people are they are scared, and also there is really nothing to do. The supermarkets and the banks and the hospitals are the only things open. The rest of the things, they are closed, and I believe at some extent this helps cut down cases here in the spread of COVID actually. So as you can see, on a night like this, Chinese cities, like, they will be so bubbly, so much life, but in these days there is really nobody. And also, yeah, people are just scared, and it's the festive season, but we are not allowed to go out and do whatever because of the COVID. That's how serious the situation is, and many cities are really going lockdown. And you can see some people here are even leaving because they are scared of COVID. They're even packing their bags, they are traveling. But where can you escape when the whole of China are facing lockdowns? So in this video we're going to be discussing, is it worth it moving to China in 2023? This is the decision that only you can make, seeing the current situations right now and the changes in policies and the mass testing and the no COVID, the zero COVID policy here in China. What do you think? We are going to be discussing that in the video that is coming. Please do stay tuned and hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. And do not forget to share this with your family and friends that are considering coming to China. Yeah, thank you. Oh, and in this video, this is a community that is just being locked down. They just found cases and they were locking it down immediately.
So now the first thing that we're going to be talking about is right now, you know, the sole purpose I'm doing this whole thing, you guys already know that we are in lockdown and a lot of things have been changing here in China. A lot of COVID policies are changing and a lot of let me just say there is a lot of noise going on in China. People getting tired of COVID tests like every single day. Like me, I'm a foreigner. I don't have a voice on their country because I believe their country, their rules. Their country, their rules. They can do whatever. Because me, when you're in Rome, you do what the Romans do. Like when you're in China, you do what the Chinese do because it's their government. If you're tired, fusak, just go. Pack your bags and go. And nobody can hold you, you see. And as much as we are tired, some people, like, I could relate more with Molly's video. Molly Mo. She's also in China and they're going through the same things. And she was saying, don't come for me in the comments because asking me, so why are you still there? Guys, as much as there are so many disadvantages, what people are getting paid here in China is way much better than what I can get paid in my country. Mind you, I'm just a fresh graduate, and the amount of money that I'm paid right now is a salary that somebody in the supervision division is getting. But mind you, I'm just an undergraduate, fresh out of college, you see. So when you begin to weigh out the options, you begin to see that I can't leave, you see. I can't leave because as much as it's unbearable, I'm making a living, you see. So now it comes down to, do you want to keep on making a living or do you want your peace of mind, you see? And at what cost, you see? So everybody we see these things, but to make a decision now. So anyway, let me not talk too much because I plan on these videos being short, and also the lives, they're just going to be 30 minutes. We're not going to be doing crazy 1 hour because me also, I know, watching a 1 hour video. Hi. Nah. So I have this little book. It's a new book. Things are just all over. So the first thing, we're going to talk about the new COVID policies. So yesterday and 3 days ago, because of the protest, the Chinese government decided to renew the COVID policies. And if you want to know the COVID policies, I'll put the link so that you have I'll put links in my description box so you can take a look at them. But I'm just gonna narrow them down. I'm just gonna summarize them. So what they changed is, if you're at home, like if you're old and you're kids, you don't need to test every day, which is reasonable because if you're staying at home, you're not doing anything. What's the point of you going outside every day to get tested, you see? So rather, they're now just saying people that go to work every day, they're the ones that get tested. And if I'm wrong, please do correct me, because that's how my interpretation after I read a whole paragraph of it. The other thing is, they're no longer doing a mass lockdown, and they're also trying to shorten the duration of these lockdowns. Mind you, beginning this year in March, we had a lockdown that lasted from March to June. Imagine. So now they are just trying to, also what they're trying to do is maybe lock down communities or buildings that have high risk, like that have people linked to confirmed cases, or people linked to places that people visited. So maybe if I visit another district and that was on lockdown, and I come back here in my building, they are like most likely to shut down my building and something like that. And also the only way they can lift what you call it, the lockdown, is if they have no confirmed cases, or no positive cases for 5 consecutive days. So let's say maybe we test today, there's no positive, tomorrow 5 days. If there is no, then you guys are free. So which is reasonable, because nobody wants to be locked down, like the whole city being locked down because of one person or 5 people or just one community or one district. How, no. So there is that, and which is understandable. Also, now the next segment, we're going to be talking about life here as a student or as a worker with these policies. Me personally, this whole year, I won't lie to you guys, I won't sugarcoat it, I went to work for a month and a half. Why do I say then? I went to work for 3 months and a half. The whole of January I went to work, the whole of February I went to work. March I only went to work for 1 month. 1 week, sorry. I went to work for 1 week. Then from March, April, May, June, July. March, April, May, June were on lockdown. The lockdown got lifted, I think the last week of May. That's when they uplifted the lockdown. And then I had already switched to primary school. And you know, primary schools, they have holidays. So the new semester would start in August. Now when August came, August, September, end of August, new semester came. I also did a video 1 September, another lockdown started. You see, September, October, November, we haven't been going to work. Now it's November, another lockdown came. You see, so imagine living that kind of life where you only work as much as 3 months, and that salary is supposed to last you all this while. Imagine for some, the most thing that I'm grateful for, I always tell my parents, is I picked my contract, I picked a house to be provided by the company that I work. So imagine if I have rent, I have bills like electricity, gas, water. Also me, I need food. Also me, I need entertainment money. I also need clothes. I also need, you know, every season. Isn't now it's winter and it's crazy, man. You also need food on the table. You also need to transport money to be moving. Now me, I'm a YouTuber. I want to be in places for me to be doing all these things. So now everything now just comes. You need emotionally, mentally, physically, all that pressure. Imagine what it's doing to you. And mind you, you're no longer on your parents' pay. Like the minute you start working, you're adulting. You can't be just going every time, every sign of trouble, you're going back home. Mama, I need money for rent. Mama, I need money for food. And they're at home. They know that the sole purpose that you didn't come back home is because you are working. Now you will be coming back from January to December. You're asking for money back at home. And you're saying the reason why you have this visa is because you're working in China. You see. So it poses, imagine, so sometimes you become so frustrated, you become so tired. Like this whole year, I have been so up, down, left, right. Like my emotions, my mental health, everything have been just scattered. You see, that's the impacts of this COVID thing. You see, it just, But now I feel like I'm so much better because I know that at the end of the day, God always provides. Like I'm always with something. And guys, that thing called little miracles, million little miracles. I got miracles, million bit. I don't even know the lyrics, but all I'm saying that it works, because there are times where, you know, I would wake up, my bank is like on 00000, then something just comes up, somebody just needs a part-time gig or a thingy, and just start, I'm just money in my bank, just like that. Somehow means of money just come, you see. And I'm just really thankful because it's God. God knows that, hey, this thing that you have will last you until then, and when you get there, he will take you from that same spot. You will know that God knows that you need food. God knows that you have bills. He knows, and he's not asleep. When he tells Israel that, Israel, I neither sleep or slumber, it's true. So these are the things that I've come face to face as a African working here in China. And also students. There are students that beginning 2019, when this COVID thing came, they never stepped out of school. They are still logged in school campuses. They're doing school online. They don't even, the only place that they see is outside their dormitory, their school campus. They don't even know what a shopping mall looks like. They don't even know where going to the grocery store looks like. And when you want to come to, the sole decision is up to you. Because when you see us here on YouTube, we'll be living life and you'll be like, hey, I wish I would be in China. It's never the same, guys. All that glitters is gold, because all these things we're just filming. And some of the things, some people here, sometimes some people even plan vlogs, like they plan vlogs like, hey, today I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. Some of these things are fictional, and yet some things are real, you see. So there's that. As there are really a lot of students that haven't even come out of their dormitories ever since they stepped foot in China. And there are those that, you know, some people just find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Some people even jump outside their schools. But if you get caught, you are detained, deported, and without bachelor degree. So anyway, the next thing is discrimination. Because of this COVID thing, the Africans, especially Africans, because I can only speak for my experiences. I'm not white, I'm black, I'm African, and I can only speak for my experience. But I feel like as we get it worse, because the minute they see our skin, we are totally different from everyone, and different is beautiful. I don't want to lie to you. Different is beautiful, trust you me. So especially with this COVID going on, we are viewed, when people look at us, they look at us as we're dirty, we're the ones causing this whole thing. And if in your community you are the only black person, you won't have the piece of it, because people won't even want, like, they will see you, they'll start wearing masks. And you know, some people, you know, do you know the pain that you get on a bus, you go and sit, maybe you are going to sit on a seat that already has a Chinese person, then even that person hasn't even reached their destination, they're already standing up so that you can sit alone. You see that kind of pain. Or maybe there is an empty seat in a bus, but someone won't even come and sit because you as an African, you're sitting on that seat. That's some kind of pain. Or some people would say, the one that pains me is hotels that don't accept foreigners, but that one, it has also other policies that are linked to that. Anyways, discrimination is real, and when you come here, make sure that your heart is as strong as a rock, you know, like the rock, the rock. because you will face everything. Some taxi drivers won't even stop. Some even cancel your car the minute they call you and hear that you're a foreigner because your Chinese is what Timpudong is just mediocre. They cancel, or they just park their car, and you'll be waiting like, hey, why this car is not moving? And you'll be forced to cancel the car and take another one. You see, this thing's okay. These things happen. And sometimes just kids laughing at you, being called names. Why do you look so black? Asking questions. You come from Africa. Do you have, which kind of houses do you live in? Like things that it just shows ignorance. And when you decide to come here, and I feel like as much as every time there is an outbreak, COVID outbreak, these things become worse and worse, and it's not getting any better. Even now, kids, they will tell you that, hey, foreigners, they have it deep there. Someone even said that black people are not nice people, they told. And I've even mentioned in my other videos that in some schools, you can even lose your job just because you're an African. Some schools, they will just say, hey mom, when kids go back, hey, we have one teacher, or they see you when they're dropping their kids. And kids, I believe kids are so innocent souls. They're so loving, they're so pure, they don't know anything. And kids, they're a reflection of their environment. So what they hear, what they see, and what they are taught is what they do. So it's not the kids. Even you're a teacher and maybe you're going through these things, don't look at it as the kids are the ones doing it. It's just a reflection of someone that taught them. And when you know that, it helps you just do your job and kick away negativity. At the end of the day, that's why you're here. You're here to teach. Listen, if they're just, as long as when you're teaching, they're cooperative, they're engaging, and they are not being wild, the rest is just ama leftovers. They're just, so there's that. So the last thing I want to talk about is different privileges. We can continue this topic, like if you guys like, if you want to engage on like. The last thing that I want to talk about is different privileges. Like just yesterday, I was going somewhere, so I wanted to use the metro. My community is not on lockdown, so I can move. So I wanted to go to a house, like, okay, I was just going somewhere, so I needed to use the subway. So the day before, funny thing is, I used the subway. These things were not implemented. So I get to the subway, I show them my health card. Luckily, my health card was 24-hour negative. Fine. I go. Then they tell me to scan. They now have a thing called a place card. This place card just shows places that you have been, whether you have visited high-risk areas or not. And it works hand in hand with your trip card and your health card. Now they put a place card. So if you're entering new communities, you have to scan it. Blah blah blah. It's just that. So now, you know, I don't understand that in a country that have foreigners, in a country that allows international students to come in this country, in a country that they have visas, meaning that they want foreigners to come and stay here, you see, and they even give out resident permits. When they are creating these systems, they forget to put the foreign option of, if you don't have a Chinese ID, you can use your passport to input data, you see. So now this lady at the subway is telling me to scan. I scan, isn't, because it's protocol and I don't have anything to hide. I scan. I put my name. I put my phone number. Now it's for identity card. It's written Chinese ID card. Now I'm like, no, me, I don't have a Chinese ID card because I'm a foreigner. I have what? Hujao. Hujao is passport, easy. There is no option where it says Hujao. That woman started screaming at me, you can't pass, blah, blah, blah. Show me your health code again. If only they code, if only that person, they code someone, if only that person didn't come and say her code is 24 hours, she can pass. It means that she can pass. If my code wasn't 24 hours, or maybe it was 48 hours, even which 48 hours is still valid, they wouldn't have let me. I swear, they wouldn't have let me go. And mind you, I was late to the appointment that I was going to. And I was now forced that instead of me to use that that subway, I ended up even checking in and checking out and using a taxi, which cost me more than it would have cost me to use a taxi. And this kind of things, they're not only happening, like, I don't know if it's ignorance or they just don't want us in their country. And some of these things, they restrict you to being in places. I remember beginning of after the COVID lockdown on March, a friend of mine didn't have health card. She applied for it but wasn't given to her, you see, or because she had switched the phone numbers. So now the thing is, when she wanted to get inside the mall, she couldn't because she didn't have the health card, you see. And because you're a foreigner, there are ways for you to get it. Your company has to apply for you, blah, blah. You have to go through stages, you see. And for them, it's just easy. You just input things. So now me, I'm like, why would they create a system like that? Do they still want us in their country, or they just looking for ways that we are chained to our houses? We don't do anything here. It's just us and in our beds. We don't have a social life in G. So these are the things that I just wanted to pinpoint out there, to just pick your brain. Like, if you are coming to China, is it worth it for you to come? This is a question that you only can answer depending on the kind of situation that you are. Me, I'm already here. This is what I'm going through. And of course, experiences can be different, and it's totally up to you. So it's up to you whether you want to come to China or not. That answer, I can't give it to you. Only you can answer. What I can do is help you make a decision. So without wasting much of your time, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys subscribe for more content, more China related content, because all my sit downs, as you know, all my sit downs nowadays, they are centered on China and my life here in China. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and yeah, we're finally on the road to 300 subscribers. And yeah, let's reach 300 before the end of the year. And this vlogmas, like I said, we're going to be doing YouTube lives every day in the evening, China time, that is. We're going to be doing lives, and feel free to join in, share the link with everyone. Let's engage, let's talk, let's get to know each other. And yeah, that's all for me today. Hope to see you tomorrow. Bye my loves, bye my honeys, bye my honey child.